Well, welcome into Playoff Central Live. That was Game 2 between the Clippers and the Nuggets. Game 1, the Nuggets won in overtime, and the Clippers were able to respond in large thanks to 39 points in 39 minutes by Kawhi Leonard. We welcome you, and Ashley Shamedy here with John Wall and Danny Green. These first 2 games have been so entertaining, you guys. I am just excited to see how far this series can go. And if these 2 games are any indication, I think we might get to 7 games.
Yeah, we got a great night of playoffs. I mean, we got a chance to see 2 really good games, especially this last one. Thankfully, it didn't go into overtime. But the fans would have loved to see that. But it looked like it was going that way. It was trending in a great direction. Jokic was playing well despite the turnovers. But it was a great band of basketball. We've seen Russell Westbrook knock down some shots. Overall, everybody kind of stepped up and played well. I mean, still a low-scoring game considering, you know, the new NBA, 105 to 102. But we had some good scoring in that second half, that fourth quarter.
John, what was the biggest difference for the Clippers in this game?
I think turning them over. I think that's the main thing. I mean, having 20 turnovers from the Nuggets and they only have 11. They didn't shoot the 3 well. They didn't get more free throws than the Nuggets. But I think Kawhi just being great, being aggressive from the rip. Me and Danny said that he had to be aggressive for them in the fourth quarter to win this game. Being up 15 in game 1 and losing that game, I know that kind of hurt them and haunted them. So he came out more aggressive, stayed locked in. And this is another series where the Clippers could be up 2-0. You know what I mean? But now they're 1-1. They did what they had to do, try to steal one on the road, get opportunity to go back home into that new stadium that everybody's going to be excited to be about and play in there. So I think Game 3 is going to be exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see the stat sheet and see how much Denver out-rebounded the Clippers by 18. It was 50-32, and they got 10 more free throws. But the Clippers got more possessions. They got more shots on goal because of the 20 turnovers. So Jokic having 7 in that fourth quarter, one big one, which Kawhi got the steal. And, of course, Kawhi hit a big shot. The turnovers, they cut that down. This is a series I think is going to go to 7 games.
The Clippers had the 20 turnovers with Kawhi having 7 in Game 1, and now Nikola Jokic with 7 in Game 2, and the team with 20 turnovers. What did the Clippers do defensively to turn them over so much tonight?
I don't think they did anything differently. I think they just did a great job of being physical with them. You know, they have a lot of length there with guys like Kawhi Leonard. You have Chris Dunn. You have Derrick Jones. You come off the bench with Nicholas Batum. Even Ben Simmons, he might not be a guy that scores well, but he still has the physical tools to play great defense. But you got to give a lot of credit to Zoo. Zoo did a great job guarding Jokic one-on-one and not really have to double team as much. That gives them opportunity to stay home with the shooters they have and some of the cutters.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job. I think it was kind of getting the pass lanes a little more, throwing some doubles here and there. But most importantly, so they had the same energy mindset. They were aggressive offensively. They let their defense turn into some offense. You see Bogey get a steal here or there, which ignited them some. But I know they're going to look at the film and say, we got to rebound. You know, Michael Porter Jr. hurt them on the glass. Aaron Gordon hurt them on the glass. And if I'm Denver, I'm looking at this on the bright side. Like, we had a lot of good things to take from this. We could find, you know, offensive rebounds and find other things to do to win the game. But this is going to come down to coaching. So this is going to be a hell of a series. And, you know, it's going to be a challenge for Adelman because, you know, Mike Malone's no longer there.
David Adelman, Nuggets interim head coach, gets his first loss after becoming the interim. He is standing by with the media right now at the podium. Let's go ahead and listen to Coach Adelman.
Go ahead. David, hindsight's obviously 2020, but I believe you had a timeout there. There late. Can you just kind of explain the thought process on letting it ride?
Yeah, multiple reasons. You know, in transition, I thought we had a chance to get an open 3. I mean, numbers were going the other way. Traditionally, they foul up 3. I thought we'd get the best opportunity. I thought CB was open when he caught it to shoot it. And then obviously off the offensive rebound, my first instinct was to call timeout, but the ball came to Nikola. And I did not think we could get him a good catch if they're going to foul. And if I call the timeout, then we have none left after that. So it's a tough situation. You know, when you get runouts like that, a lot of times in our league with guys falling down and the numbers, you know, you can find a 3 that way. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. You know, looking back, if I watch the film, watch the tape, I'd have to see what the situation was. On CB's catch, once he didn't shoot it, I could have called it. Maybe that's the one thing I'll look back on, wondering, you know, maybe I should have called it there.
Coach, when you look at it got to be a physical game at different points. Did you think that affected Nikola? He uncharacteristically 7 turnovers. Did that play a part in it, or did you feel like the way that game was unfolding, that was the way they were playing, defended him, and the game was being called affected him?
Maybe. I thought their defensive rotations were good. We had to look back at our spacing. I didn't think our spacing, you know, on the backside was good enough to take advantage of them bringing 3-4 people across the court. If they're going to do that, we have to find the open man on the weak side and take advantage of it. I didn't think we did that enough. And they zoned up the backside. Kawhi made a big play at the end, getting a steal. So again, you look back at the tape. They made adjustments. We have to do the same thing, make sure we get him in space properly. We had a lot of good looks too, and you can't miss 8 free throws in games like this. That was a killer. And obviously the points off turnovers, just like in game 1, we won that battle, and tonight they won that battle. And games like this, a grind, and the possessions are so tough. Those easy baskets going the other way are such a killer. We had the loose ball turnover towards the end. Just seemed like every time we got back in it, tied it, took the lead, a multitude of mistakes would follow that. And once you have momentum, you can't have mistakes like that, get them right back to where they were before, up 3, up 5, up 6. Just felt like it was uphill all night.
What did you see from Kawhi tonight?
He was incredible. It was one of those things, too. He had 39, and shot the ball so efficiently, but they only scored 105 points. And so it was a tough, if we come and get him and Norman gets going, you're rotating to James now in a closeout. And so you're playing a tough game there, because if you make a decision to go hit him, you are saying, open shots are somewhere. But to his credit, over contested hands, made some incredible shots. We know what he is. He's an all-time player. But another thing, we have to, watch the film and say, hey, how can we do better? We can do better than that. But to his credit, I give, he was awesome tonight.
Your take on MPJ and his physical nature and going to the boards?
Yeah, he was better tonight, and he hit a huge 3 to tie it. We were trying to sneak him back out after the timeout play. Obviously Michael really stretches the floor in the way that they were guarding, bringing 3 and 4 people to one side of the court. We have to find a way to make Mike an impact player in those situations if they're willing to leave and rotate, and we can do better. Looking at the tape, I thought we did a better job in game 1, and in game 2 they made adjustments, and we have to look at it and find a way to make Mike an impactful player if that's how they're going to guard.
David, how much does it hurt just losing home court advantage, leaving here 1-1 instead of 2-0?
I thought this series would be like this. Both really good teams. We both, throughout the season, had ups and downs, but now we're both healthy and going at it. I know how good of a team they are, and I think we can go down there and win. I really do. And this series always felt like it was going to be like this. Both games were such a grind. I'm sure they're sitting there saying, we should have won game 1. And we'll probably watch a tape and go, man, we had a chance to win game 2. And so that's what it's going to be like. And we have to bring our focus, be connected, take the day tomorrow to get mentally right, physically right, prepare, fly to LA and get a win.
DA, on your right here, I know it might be nitpicking and he went 4 of 8 from 3, but is Joker passing up threes that you maybe wish he would take instead of getting into the action that way?
Yeah, we'll watch the tape with him. I think sometimes when he drives and kicks, it leads to easy baskets, wide open looks from 3 for other people. And to their credit, when he drove it, they did a good job of bringing people, but also zoning up passing lanes. And, he's a professional.